What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy, Jordan Jeffries. And we here to break down chapter 2, you know what I'm saying? We out here about to break it down. Um, I don't know what's up with the intro, but yeah. So, this chapter basically talks about, more morals as a stand like in a general sense, like what the definition is, how we grow and develop our morale as we grow up in life and stuff like that. How to apply it in the workplace. Pretty much everything that has to do with moral. The one of the first like couple paragraphs, it just like it intrigued me. Cause I never thought of it like this. Cause a lot of us kind of see moral as a thing of just like kind of like pretty much personality trait, like as the textbook said. Basically, like we're taught a certain way how to be moral. It is either we got it, if we don't, it's either we got it or we don't got it. And they said like by definition, in reality, like morality is more of a skill than it is a trait. It's something that we all have. It's just something that we develop and practice as our lives progress. And, I never thought about it like that. So, that's a cool little way of talking about it. Later on in the chapter, it basically goes over the moral development theory. What it is, what it compromises. I mean, what it consists of. It speaks of moral sophistication, which is basically like the overall your overall communication skills and your overall decision making of how you are as an individual. Then it goes into the step process of the moral development theory. Basically, like in the early stages, like as kids and stuff, we are very dependent on an authoritative figure, or then the middle stage, the conventional stage, because it's the most common stage, um, is that stage where we start to understand that not one authoritative figure has all the answers, and that we have a more decision making process where we take our own knowledge and base it off of what other knowledge we got from the person of interest, whether it's an authoritative figure, a coworker, a friend, a family member, any of that. It's just basically combining the two of our personal mindset and information we got from other people and combining it to make a moral decision. Then we have the final stage, the later stage where we are in charge of our own decisions. There's really no background information we can use that applies to us. There's no authoritative figure or peer that can give us a solid answer of what we need in our situation. So it all comes down into making a decision based on our own understandings and our own morale. After that, it goes into like a story of a reporter and her job, and then she had a conflict between her morale and the morale of the company. Then they go into a little bit of how to develop your own moral development, especially like as like in the media profession. Um, Again, I don't really have any complaints with the chapter. I feel like this chapter actually, I agree with it more so than the first chapter, just for the fact that there was a lot more things that were hitting home than on the last chapter for me personally. And yeah, I think main the main thing I got out of this chapter is that morality is complex, and we can't constantly be searching for a point blank answer. We can't just go to one person and then call it at that. We can't just go based on our own understanding all the time and just be like that's that. It's a it's a process of taking the pieces of everything that applies and trying to join them together to come up with a solid, efficient answer for what you're looking for. And going through these basic principles and going through these practice, you realize this is an everyday life thing. There's never really a point where you have morality on lock and that you have good morals all the time. This is a daily practice, and it adapts to whatever your surroundings are, to whatever environment you're in, to whatever situation you're in. So I think the main lesson I got out of this chapter is just never take certain things as black and white. If you're facing some type of moral dilemma, really take the time, take your time, talk to other people, really reflect on yourself, and really just not question, but just take note of all forms of morality on all parties to come up with a sound decision. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope this video was more entertaining than the last one. Trying to get myself together a little bit. But yeah, appreciate you watching. And I'll see you in the next video.